So what's up, you guys? I I've been playing the Division 2 for, I guess you could say, for a while now. I kind of came back towards the end of year 6, and now starting with the beginning of year 7, Battle for Brooklyn. And I'm well into the end game, I would think, right? But and I just started thinking, like, bro, like, I love the end game, but like something about the end game is off to me. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm just taking another video to voice my thoughts, my opinions, and I'm sure there's other people out there that think the same way that I do and agree with me. You guys could probably go down there and into the comments and we could talk about it. But I love everything about the Division 2 is just so good. It's so satisfying in so many ways, right? Like for example, like the loot chase. There's so much loot in this game. Like, it's so satisfying, right? Like, even picking up loot in this game, like every time you see things being highlighted in the game, like you just have to get it. You know what I mean? Like, to resources and like gear and weapons and stuff like that. Everything just feels good. There's so much variety. There's so many different combinations that you can create with builds. You can have skill builds mixed with DPS builds, and DPS builds mixed with armor regen builds, or it's just a whole different combination, like status effects and poison burning or AoE attacks, and like it just goes all over the place, and I love it. I love it, right? Now, here's the thing though. One thing I'm questioning about the loot chase is, like, when is enough, right? Like, for example, like, I'm using a striker build, and this striker build is basically so powerful to the point that I can do almost any content in the game by myself with no problem, right? Especially like having the build at max, right? With what's it called, the SHD levels, I guess you could say, like the SHD levels that allow you to get that extra armor and crit chance and weapon damage and stuff like that. Obviously, I think you have to hit like level 1,000, SHD level 1,000 to have all of that maxed. So imagine having all that max, which I don't yet, but imagine having all that max and then having this striker build along with max expertise level on your weapon and on your gear and all that stuff. And it's just like, bro, I'm already destroying everything with this build. So imagine when I do all that, right? The expertise level and the SHD levels, like I said. It's like, why would I even have any motivation to go and build another build? You get what I'm saying? And maybe this is a battle that I'm having within myself in the game, right? Let me know down in the comments if this is something that you guys do as well, or think about as well, right? Because I'm the type of person that's pretty simple when it comes to games. Like, hey, look, I get a build, it's good enough to do everything, I use it to do everything. You know what I mean? So it kind of puts me in a place where it's like, okay, do I, like, it kind of puts me in a place of like, what's the point of trying to try other builds, basically, So because of that mentality, it's put me in a place where it's been easy to just destroy loot and not really care about how it looks. Oh, this has, what talent this has. Oh, this has high attributes or low attributes. I can recalibrate this attribute or not, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, I just dismantle things and sell things. It doesn't really matter to me because I know that I have one build. I have more than one build, but I know that I have that one build that is the one all be all type of thing. So something I was just thinking about. You guys let me know down here in the comments. But like I said, the loot chase is amazing. The fact that there are different variety of builds to make, different combinations, like, for example, like in comparison to like Destiny, right? And you're probably gonna hear me make a lot of comparisons to Destiny because I am more of a Destiny 2 player than I am the division, you know, just coming back to the division now. But I really feel like there's just way more variety in the Division 2 when it comes to your builds and all the loot, right? Now, on top of with the loot, exotics, I love that you can literally get exotics in so many different ways. You can get it through the countdown cache, you can get it through the season pass cache, and you can get it through by doing completing certain projects, and so many different things that you can do to get exotic caches. And then of course sometimes in missions or in the world or whatever, in the DZs, you can out of nowhere just get a random exotic to drop right now, and which I highly appreciate, and it's a great feeling when you see that red drop right now. Exotics that are new for you, right? Like exotic drops that are outside of what you already have as an exotic is so freaking rare to me. And I'm sure everyone can agree with this. We are constantly getting the same exotic drop every time we get an exotic. Oh, like I've gotten, you know, a million blue screens, or I've gotten a million nimble holsters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times are we gonna get the same freaking exotic, bro? And you're just waiting for that one time that you get an exotic that, oh, I've never seen this one before, you know? So I guess in a sense it is good. Gets you to keep playing, gets you to keep coming back, not having that high percentage drop. Like, even when it comes to raids, right? And even in year 6 when we had the Brooklyn caches in the season pass, I think what were they called? The stretch goals. When we were getting exotics from that, we were able to get exotics that were coming that you could only get from raids, but they had a 5% chance of dropping. I grinded live trying to get these exotics. Mind you, I think I completed the stretch goals like 3 times in a row. Like, I think they're 10, so I did it like 30 times. I leveled them up 30 and didn't get anything. Again, it's 5%. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Like, I know it keeps you going, but at the same time, when is enough enough? Is it enough to, like, have you keep playing the game? That's kind of where my thought process is on that. And I feel like I've noticed that even outside of exotics. Like, outside of exotics, I've been trying to get the freaking chain killer chess piece from the Hasbro. Oh, no, not Hasbro. I think it's Walker and Harris. It's a Walker and Harris chess piece called Chain Killer that I believe it has perfect headhunter. I've been trying to get that freaking chess piece for the longest, to the point where I even stopped targeting it. I've even gone into countdown a numerous amount of times, numerous runs, targeting chess, targeting Walker and Harris, and it just doesn't drop for me. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. It is what it is. I've kind of lost the motivation to keep grinding my hotshot build, which is why I needed it, and I've just been focusing on my striker build anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of my little spiel on that. So you guys let me know down in the comments your opinions and thoughts when it comes to the exotics. Like I said, I think it's great. It keeps people going, but at the same time, is it too much? You know, where you just keep getting the same, you know, exotic over and over and over again. I know there's a lot of huge fans in the Division 2 that have been playing the game since the game came out, and they're not new to this. They're used to this, and they'll continue to do so for many, many years. But how about the people that are coming to the game as new players or coming back, you know, into the game? Is it going to be something that pushes them away? You know what I mean? I don't know. Optimization. I think optimization, like pushing your character to that next level to reach max stats through optimizing attributes, even expertise, and even through the SHD levels, like I said. I find it so good and so simple. If we look at optimization in other games and trying to max your stats, I feel like Destiny 2 does like a crazy, like, I feel like it's just more difficult, right? and they're constantly changing it. Like, I feel like Destiny 2 has changed the way you maximize your weapons and gear, to the point where it's like, bro, like, if you keep changing it, I'm not gonna keep playing the game. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like with optimization in the Division 2 is very simple. Like, if you go to the crafting, if you go to the recalibration table, and it tells you, you look at what you're gonna optimize. It tells you exactly what you need, what resource you need to get. You go to the resource tab, and it literally tells you how to get that resource, you know, and then you just go do it. Like, it's very simplistic. I love how simplistic it is. But at the same time, you know how many, for example, I think, what is it? The control point resource, right? Or maybe, let's say, for a Black Tusk resource, or, you know, a True Sons resource, on heroic you have to literally do just to get 4 of them. Mind you, for you to optimize something, you need like 40, right? For you to get for you to get 40, you would have to run the same thing, the same activity, like 6 times on heroic to get the max amount. That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Maybe I'm whining, maybe I'm complaining too much, but I think that's insane, right? Because then it gets to the point, yes, sure, right? Like, you know, you can do different True Sons activities, right? It doesn't have to be the same one. But then again, you'll probably be like me and be like, okay, let me find the fastest True Sons activity that I could just keep doing over and over again because it's the fastest, versus me trying to do, you know, whichever ones, and one can take, you know, 30 minutes, one can take an hour, you know what I mean, if it's a stronghold or whatever. So yeah, so again, these are just things that are coming up in my mind that I've been playing lately, and I just want to share it. Now, I do feel like I am probably overstepping in my thoughts, right? Maybe I am being a little dramatic, and I feel like there are maybe things that I can do to not get burnt out with this game and continue going on, you know, for the long haul, right? And maybe you guys can take these tips for yourselves with this game as well, right? So I feel like do what you like to do in the game, and don't force yourself. Don't force yourself to play activities that you don't like to play. Right? I feel like that's something that I've been doing, right? For example, there's this control point. I forgot where it is, but I know if you guys listen to how I describe it, you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about. That control point that I think it's underground, and it's in the subway. It's like in a subway, and you can't call for backup until you get to the middle of that control point, and then you can call for back. That control point is probably the hardest control point in the whole freaking game. And even with my striker build, it's because you get surrounded from everywhere, and the amount of enemies, and there's like the terrain, there's really nowhere to go, right? Because you're underground, and there's just like little, like the area is just so small, and you're just getting bombarded by enemies. Like, if you're doing it alone, freaking annoying. So I just want to use that as an example. If you need to do control points, don't do that control point that you know you hate doing. Just go do a different one. You know what I mean? Or if there's, you know, there's certain missions that you don't like, or if you don't like doing missions that are too hard of a difficulty, like if you think you're more in the challenging difficulty, then do challenging, right? I know this is probably common sense, but I'm just saying, like, there are people who play the game, and they kind of force themselves maybe too fast to do things that they can't do, or do things that they just shouldn't do because they don't like doing it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, bounties. Do I like bounties? I feel like bounties are cool, but then again, they're not. The manhunts, I don't really care about riddles and trying to figure things out. Again, they're not that hard, but I just don't care for them. You know what I mean? So I don't, like, I have yet to do the last manhunt. I didn't finish any of like I think I did 11 out of the 12 weeks. So I didn't finish the last one. But I was only doing them because I came into the game late, and I was trying to use the season XP to get the broken caches, because you get a lot of season XP from doing the manhunt. But right now, I'm flowing through the season pass, and I don't feel like I really need to do the manhunt. It's not something that I'm motivated to do. Another thing, like, everybody's like really like hype for the hunter masks in Brooklyn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the ones that I like, that like how I like how they look, and then I'm just gonna go get those, and that's it, right? I know there's some who just want to get all 10 and they want to show the display right there in the hideout or whatever, and they like that. So yeah, so whatever. My point is that do what you like to do and don't force yourself, because then you're just gonna get burnt out of the game, and it's not the game's fault, it's our fault, right? So and also, I know I mentioned before that like I'm in my mind using Striker, and it kind of puts me at a point where I'm like, okay, I have this Striker build, but I don't need any other build, because this build can do it all. But then again, that's also putting myself in a moment where it's like, I'm gonna burn myself out. Then let's make the game fun and try to switch it up. Try to create other builds that make you play a different way and spices it all up a little bit. You know what I mean? I've been saving pieces here and there of things that come up to my mind, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that, but I still have yet to like really sit there and put the build together, because I'm still trying to perfect. I'm trying to max stat my Striker build, and that's taking a freaking very long time. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to the point where I'm like, oh, whatever, that build idea I had, I don't care about it anymore, or I don't know. Maybe I will go after it. I don't know. I'm just like all over the place with my thoughts on this. But maybe this will help you guys out. So also, I feel like we should try to do things that we've never done. Like if you haven't done something in the game, like I have yet to do DZ, right? I have yet to go in the Dark Zone. And my own personal reason is, I don't know, I feel like I'm just going to get destroyed. I feel like if I go into the Dark Zone, I'm just going to get destroyed. But I know that once I get into it and I just do it and I get used to it, then who knows, maybe I'll be more excited to continue playing the game, because my end game would be like the doors would have more doors would open for me endgame wise, because I now get to go into the Dark Zone and just, be competitive, because I am a competitive player. I am a competitive gamer, right? And then there's also the Descent, right? There's the Descent, and again, I have yet to do the Descent either, right? But I know that the Descent game mode is perfect for those that want to spice things up. It's different, right? It's kind of like its own mode outside of the game, where you go in, you have no gear, and you go through waves of enemies, and it's kind of like a roguelike. You get to like pick and choose what talents and what gear to continue using or not using or whatever. Again, I've never played the game mode, but it sounds like a roguelike type of game mode. So it's like a game that's in the game but not part of the game. That's how it sounds like to me, So maybe that would be something I should, check out, so I don't get burned out in the game and continue having fun. So, but yeah, there you go, man. That's my rant of the end game in the Division 2. Let me know down in the comments below if you're a new player, or if you're a player coming back to the Division 2, and if you're in the end game right now, are you liking it? Is it too repetitive for you, right? Or are you really enjoying it, how repetitive it is? You like that grind when it comes to endgame? Because at the end of the day, any endgame in any game is going to be repetitive. I mean, let's be real. It's going to be repetitive, at least to a certain extent. How repetitive, that depends on the game. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the video. A lot of you guys do enjoy when I talk and speak my thoughts. I appreciate it. It makes me feel good. So thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.